Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss stories like this, because what I'm about to show you isn't just a coin. It's a piece of history that could completely change the way you think about collecting. Now, imagine holding something in your hands that seems ordinary at first glance. A coin that you might find tucked away in an old drawer, forgotten in a dusty collection, or even slipped into a wallet years ago. But the moment you look closer, you realize this isn't just any coin. This is the 2005 2 Rand from South Africa, and what it represents goes far beyond its metal or its face value at first glance. The 2 Rand coin might appear simple, small, round, familiar. The obverse features the familiar profile of the nation's heritage, the iconic design that tells a story of pride and resilience. On the reverse, the intricate patterns and subtle engravings capture attention if you know what to look for. Every line, every curve, is a nod to craftsmanship and a reminder that coins are not just currency. They are time capsules of culture, art, and history for collectors, history enthusiasts, and men like you who appreciate both legacy and value. Coins like this are far more than metal discs. They are memories, frozen in time. They are tangible connections to moments in history, to the people who designed them, and to the society that used them. And let me tell you, the 2005 2 Rand is one of those rare coins that carries a story few realize until they hold it themselves. You might ask, what makes this coin so special? There are many 2 Rand coins from different years, but the 2005 edition has a combination of rarity, craftsmanship, and historical context that sets it apart. It was minted in limited quantities, making it scarce, but not in a way that's obvious at first glance. To the untrained eye, it might look like any coin in your pocket change. But for collectors, scarcity is everything. And scarcity combined with demand can lead to surprising outcomes. Think of it like this. Over time, certain coins gain a following. People begin to notice the subtle differences, the slight variations that make a coin unique. In the case of the 2005 2 Rand, experts have noted a few features that make it stand out. A minting error here, a rare finish there. These details, invisible to most, are what turn a standard coin into a sought-after treasure. And this is where the story gets even more interesting. Many of these coins were never intended to be rare. They were meant to circulate. They were meant to be used by everyday people for everyday purchases. But life has a way of preserving what is special, sometimes in the most unexpected places. Coins get lost in collections, saved for sentimental reasons, or passed down through generations. And occasionally, a coin that seemed ordinary decades ago suddenly becomes extraordinary. Collectors and investors have been hunting for examples of this coin for years. The allure isn't just about having something rare. It's about owning a piece of history, a conversation starter, a treasure that connects you to both the past and the future. Imagine showing this coin to your friends, your family, or fellow enthusiasts. The reaction is always the same: curiosity, amazement, and a hint of envy. Because when you hold a coin like this, you're not just holding metal, you're holding a story, a legacy, and a potential fortune. Now, let's talk about value, because I know that's on your mind. It's one thing to admire a coin, but it's another to understand the numbers behind it. And this is where most people get surprised. This isn't about your typical collector's coin that sits on a shelf. This coin has skyrocketed in demand over the years, and experts have noted its unique place in the world of numismatics. The combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance creates a scenario where a coin, once worth only a few rand, can now reach staggering prices for the right buyer. Picture this. Decades from now, someone discovers a coin like yours in perfect condition. Perhaps it's tucked away in an old box, or maybe it's been carefully preserved by a collector. When that moment comes, the world takes notice. And collectors, and we are talking serious collectors, are willing to pay amounts that most people would consider unimaginable. I know you might be thinking, could this really be that valuable? The truth is, yes, it can be. And the story behind it makes it even more compelling. Each coin is unique, each has a history, and the thrill of discovering one is like uncovering a hidden treasure. For men in our age group, who have seen the world change countless times, there's something incredibly satisfying about recognizing value where others see none. There's pride in knowing that you were the one who spotted it, the one who understood its true worth before the world did. Collectors aren't just looking for coins, they're looking for stories, for connections, for that feeling of holding something irreplaceable. And that's why the 2005 2 Rand stands out. It's not flashy, it's not ostentatious, but it's real. It's a symbol of South African heritage, of precision craftsmanship, and of a moment frozen in time that is now almost mythical in the collector community. So if you're someone who loves history, appreciates detail, or has a keen eye for rare treasures, this coin is a perfect example of why collecting is more than a hobby, it's a journey. A journey where patience, knowledge, and a bit of luck can converge in the most unexpected ways. And the best part? Even if you already have this coin, learning about its story adds a layer of enjoyment and pride that money can't quantify. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. After all the history, all the intrigue, all the stories about rarity and craftsmanship, here's the kicker. The value of the 2005 2 Rand from South Africa can reach as high as $4.4 million under the right conditions. Yes, you heard that correctly. A coin that once might have seemed ordinary could now be a life-changing piece of history. It's rare, it's coveted, and for the right collector, it's priceless. So next time you come across a coin, take a closer look. Because the next hidden treasure might be lying in your own collection, quietly waiting for someone who knows what to look for. And who knows? It might just be worth millions.
Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe. If you're someone who enjoys history, rare finds, or you've got a few old coins tucked away in a drawer, this channel is exactly where you want to be. Hit that subscribe button now and stay with me, because what you're about to hear might just change the way you look at something as simple as a 2 Rand coin. Let's talk about the coin that many people walk past every day without thinking twice. A coin that most see as ordinary. But hidden behind its familiar face is something far more intriguing. The South African 2 Rand from the year 2007 isn't just pocket change, it could be a collector's dream. But only if you know what to look for. Back in 2007, South Africa was going through a time of change. The nation was strong, proud, and building a new legacy. The mint continued its work quietly, producing coins that would serve the public, just like any other year. But sometimes, in the process of creating the ordinary, something unexpected happens. Something rare. The 2007 2 Rand coin features the greater kudu on one side, a powerful antelope known for its graceful horns and proud stance. It's a beautiful animal, and it's been on South African coins for many years. The other side of the coin carries the updated coat of arms introduced in 2000. That detail alone marks a shift in the country's coin design history. Around it, the name of the country is written in one of the country's 11 official languages. For this version, you'll see Afrika Dzonga. Now, let's talk about numbers. Around 32.5 million of these coins were minted. That might sound like a lot. And in normal circumstances, it would be. But here's the thing, most of those coins have long since disappeared from view. They've been worn down in circulation, damaged, lost, or simply spent into obscurity. The average one today isn't worth more than the number stamped on its face, 2 Rand. But not all of them are average. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. There are coins, and then there are coins that have never been touched, never been passed from hand to hand, never seen the inside of a pocket or a purse. These are called mint state coins, uncirculated, untouched, and pristine. They're the ones that serious collectors hunt for, often stored away the day they were minted, kept safe for years. Some of the 2007 2 Rand coins exist in that kind of condition. And those coins, they're not just currency anymore. They're investments. Now, you may be wondering, what makes one 2 Rand coin different from another? The answer is in the details. A perfect edge. A flawless strike. No scratches, no dents. A strong shine when held to the light. It might even be a proof version, a coin specially made for collectors, with a mirror-like finish and sharp detail. These aren't found in change. They were never meant to be spent. They were meant to be admired. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Not long ago, a South African coin collector held on to a near-perfect 2007 2 Rand coin. At first glance, it didn't look too different from any other. But when graded and evaluated, its condition was beyond exceptional. And once the right buyer came along, someone who knew exactly what it was, the value was no longer 2 Rand. Not even 100 Rand. The final value was something most people wouldn't believe. Before we get to that number, let's go a bit deeper. When people collect coins, they look for more than beauty. They look for history, rarity, a story. And this coin checks every box. It was struck in a year that didn't have any major coin redesigns or commemorations, so it flew under the radar. There weren't special releases or public announcements. But that's what makes it valuable. No one was watching. No one was saving them. So finding one in perfect shape today, that's like finding a needle in a haystack. You might have one right now, sitting in an old drawer. Or maybe in a box of coins you inherited. Look carefully. Is the detail crisp? Are the horns of the kudu clearly visible? Is the shine still there? If yes, you could be holding more than just a piece of metal. It's not just South African collectors interested in these coins. International buyers, especially those interested in African currency, are paying attention. Auctions in recent years have seen rare examples of common-looking coins fetch surprising prices. The key is rarity plus condition. And sometimes, a little luck. Now let's speak man to man. Maybe you've been collecting for years. Or maybe you've just started paying attention to the coins you've had since your 20s. You've got a few favorites. A few coins you've always kept, thinking they might be worth something someday. And guess what? One of them just might be. The 2 Rand 2007 coin is a perfect example of how something small can hide big value. Not because it's gold. Not because it's old. But because it survived untouched, unmarked, in a world where everything gets used and worn out. That kind of preservation is rare. And in collecting, rarity is the key to value. So here's the moment you've been waiting for. What could a 2007 2 Rand coin actually be worth? Not just any coin. The right coin. A flawless coin. A coin that's been certified, graded, and preserved in top condition. A coin that meets every standard collectors are looking for. Well, for one such coin, the value has been recorded at a stunning $8,960. Yes, you heard that right. A 2 Rand coin. From 2007. Worth $8,960. So take a second look at your collection. Check that old coin jar. Look through the coins you never bothered to sort. Because the next big treasure isn't always gold. Sometimes it's just sitting there, quietly waiting to be noticed. And if you found this video helpful, or even a little bit surprising, don't forget to subscribe for more stories just like this. The world of coins is bigger than you think, and who knows what's hiding in your pocket.